Welcome back, explorers. Today on Mythology Minis, we're heading to the frosty, thunder-filled world of Norse mythology to discover how Thor, the mighty god of thunder, got his legendary hammer, Mjolnir. But this story doesn't begin with thunder. It begins with mischief. And whenever mischief is involved, you can bet Loki is nearby. One peaceful morning in Asgard, Thor's wife, the gentle goddess Sif, was resting in the sunlight. Sif was famous for her long, golden hair so bright it shimmered like real sunlight. Loki, the trickster god, spotted her and thought, what if I snipped it off? And before anyone could stop him, snip, 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 Sif's golden hair was gone. When Thor found out, the sky darkened, thunder rumbled, lightning flashed. Thor stormed toward Loki, grabbed him by the cloak, and growled, "Fix this, now." Loki gulped. Time to run, not walk, to the dwarves. Deep beneath the earth, in the glowing forges of Svartalfheim, lived the greatest craftsmen in all the 9 realms, the dwarves. Loki rushed to the first pair of master smiths, the sons of Ivaldi. He begged them to make new hair for Sif, hair that would grow like real hair. The dwarves agreed, but they didn't stop there. They forged 3 magnificent treasures. The first was Sif's golden hair, shining like sunlight, growing like real hair. The second was Skidbladnir, a magical ship for Freyr, always catching the best wind, always smooth sailing, and able to fold up small enough to fit in a pocket. The third was Gungnir, a spear for Odin, perfectly balanced, never missing its mark. The sons of Ivaldi had outdone themselves, but Loki couldn't help bragging. He said, Brokkr and Sindri, those other dwarves, said they could make treasures that make these pale in comparison. The sons of Ivaldi glared. "We will put our works up against anyone in the 9 realms. Not even those clods Brokkr and Sindri can outwork us in the forge." A challenge had been thrown, and Loki, realizing he'd just started a dwarven rivalry, hurried off to the second pair of brothers. Brokkr and Sindri were legendary smiths, stubborn, proud, and incredibly skilled. When Loki arrived, they accepted the challenge instantly. Sindri said, "We will forge 3 treasures greater than any ever made." But Loki had a plan. He transformed into a fly, a big, buzzing, annoying fly, and tried to sabotage their work. Still, the dwarves began forging. Treasure number 1, Gullinbursti. Sindri placed a pigskin in the forge. Loki bit Brokkr's hand, hard, but Brokkr kept pumping the bellows. Out came Gullinbursti, a golden boar that glowed in the dark and ran faster than any horse. Treasure number 2, Draupnir. Next, Sindri placed gold into the forge. Loki bit Brokkr's neck, but Brokkr didn't stop. Out came Draupnir, Odin's golden ring that magically created 8 new rings every 9th night. Treasure number 3, Mjolnir. Finally, Sindri placed iron into the forge. Loki panicked. He bit Brokkr's eyelid, so hard that blood ran into his eyes. For a moment, Brokkr faltered. Just a moment. And because of that, the handle of the final treasure came out shorter than intended. But even with the short handle, it was the greatest weapon ever forged. Mjolnir, the hammer of thunder. Back in Asgard, the golden halls shimmered as the gods gathered in a great circle. Everyone wanted to see the treasures the dwarves had forged, 6 magical gifts, each more incredible than the last. Thor crossed his arms, still annoyed with Loki. Odin stroked his long beard, curious. Freyr leaned forward, eager to see what wonders awaited. Loki tried to hide behind a pillar. The sons of Ivaldi stepped forward first. The dwarves lifted a shimmering bundle of golden strands. It glowed like sunlight trapped in silk. They placed it gently on Sif's head, and the moment it touched her scalp, it grew. Long, flowing, radiant, even more beautiful than before. Thor's anger melted instantly. He whispered, "Sif, it's perfect." Next, the dwarves unfolded what looked like a tiny wooden model. But when they set it on the ground, whoosh! It expanded into a magnificent ship with golden sails and runes carved into its sides. Freyr gasped, "A ship I can carry in my pocket? Amazing!" Freyr exclaimed. The sons of Ivaldi explained, "This ship is named Skidbladnir. It always catches the wind and fits in your pocket." Finally, the sons of Ivaldi presented a spear so perfectly balanced it seemed to float in the air. Odin reached out, and the runes along the blade glowed blue. "This spear," the dwarves said, "will never miss its mark. Its name is Gungnir." Odin nodded, "A weapon worthy of a king." Next, Brakr and Sindri stepped forward to present their gifts. Sindri opened a crate, and out leapt a boar made entirely of shining gold. Its bristles sparkled like tiny suns. It raced across the hall, leaving streaks of light behind it. Freyr laughed. "A glowing boar? I love it," Sindri explained. "This is Gullinbursti, the golden boar." Next, Brakr held up a simple golden ring. It didn't look magical until he placed it on Odin's palm. "This ring is called Draupnir," Brakr said. "Every 9th night, it will produce 8 new rings." Odin smiled. A treasure of abundance. Finally, Sindri stepped forward with the last treasure. "This is Mjolnir," he said. "A hammer, short-handled, heavy, glowing faintly with stormlight." Thor reached out and wrapped his fingers around the grip. The moment he lifted it, boom! Thunder shook the hall. Lightning crackled across the ceiling. "This," Thor said, grinning, "is perfect." And that is how Thor received his mighty hammer, thanks to 2 pairs of dwarven brothers, 6 magical treasures, and 1 very bad prank from Loki. Mjolnir became the symbol of protection, thunder, and strength throughout the 9 realms. Thanks for joining us here on Mythology Minis, where ancient stories become exciting adventures for curious minds. If you enjoyed today's journey, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new myth. We explore legends from all around the world, filled with brave heroes, clever gods, magical creatures, and lessons that still matter today. Remember, every great story begins with curiosity. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and keep exploring the myths that shaped our world.